we're starting to see that Jinwoo might be one of the most OP characters in all of anime and of all time. This man is not only a genius, but now he is getting battle tested with the best of them. His in-game tuition, above all, is crazy, and Jinwoo is doing whatever it takes to win. To start off episode 2, we see that Hwang is still bothering the guild along with their president, Bike. They know something is fishy and Hwang is starting to grow impatient. We've got to remember, he is there to solely avenge the death of his little brother. As these fighters are waiting for the guild to exit the portal, Hwang and President Bake decide to get a little dicey and begin to argue. This is bad for everyone. Top 2 S-tier fighters are about to get it on, but luckily cooler heads prevail and they chill out. Now let's get to the good stuff. Hunter Kim was the only A-tier hunter assigned to this task. Well, after all of his teammates died, he is confused and full of rage. He begins to retreat from the ice elves, and as he does, he walks through a field of bears that have been slaughtered. Little do you know who this was done by and when it happened. He then approaches camp where he left all of the E-tier guild members to die, and he is full of rage. Kim comes in, guns ablaze, but little did he know, with his ignorance, he brought the ice elves with him. He couldn't even see the ice elves, but he brought them to the camp. At this point, this is a true turning point to show how strong Jinwoo truly is. As Kim is rushing towards the innocent E-rankers, Jinwoo essentially bitch slaps him and knocks him down. We then see the ice elves that finally have shown themselves, and they begin to speak a foreign language, but only Jinwoo is the only person who can understand them. Jinwoo didn't even know that he knew the language, but he is so strong that he even insinuates that maybe the quote-unquote system, whatever that means, may have upgraded so he can listen and know their language. Very odd. But the ice elf leader Barca, he talks to Jinwoo, and he says, Jinwoo, you're not human. Do me a favor, sacrifice the humans behind you, and we don't have to fight. We can let bygones be bygones. But we already know, Jinwoo is a humble being, and Jinwoo is not about to let all of his comrades die, especially for no reason. He's looking at Barca, and he sees that he is very strong. Jinwoo knows that he's going to need some help, and then the fight rages on. So, Jinwoo starts summoning mages, and he is summoning people left and right like this is fresh out of a Walking Dead series. Every one of the elves that dies, he has one of his mages go over there, stab him in the chest, and they are being brought back left and right. Jinwoo and Barca are sitting in the middle of the battlefield waiting for the great one-on-one to begin. And in the midst of this chaos, this great battle is about to take place, Kim awakens. And the last thing he remembers is Jinwoo attacking him and knocking him down. So, full of anger, Kim rushes Jinwoo. The best part about this whole series is how they break down this next scene. This is crazy. I don't know if it's the Jinwoo, I don't know if it's the system, I don't know if it's a cheat code, but one way or another, Jinwoo predicts the future of Barca and Kim as they begin to rush him. Jinwoo is in the middle, Barca coming from the left, Kim coming from the right, and he lets it play out over and over again, kind of like a simulation. Well, in the final battle, he has Barca rush him and he goes invisible and he kills Kim. The craziest part about this scene is he already knows what's going to happen next. So guess what? Jinwoo resurrects Kim as a fighter and then he renames him as Iron. Now, he knew that he needed a strong fighter. He knew that he needed another A-tier character. This is insanely concerning, or is it genius? Rather try to explain all of that to Kim, he knew that he needed Kim to work for him with nothing to say. So he lets an A-tier hunter die so he can resurrect and control him. This shows the genius of Jinwoo. Or does it show a dark side? We are seeing a completely different character than we saw in season 1, and honestly, I'm here for it. We then see the craziest scene to date. Jinwoo, his main man Ygritte, and his new A-tier member Iron. This is what anime is about, and this episode gets a 10 out of 10. With this track record, this will get Anime of the Year for 2 years in a row. There is so much more to dissect, but that's the meat and potatoes of it. Jinwoo showing his genius. Jinwoo showing a dark side by letting one of his teammates, an A-tier character, die just so he can resurrect him and put him in the fleet with his army. The perfect 3-on-1 battle. Ygritte, Jinwoo, and his new A-tier member Iron. This was a beautiful scene. Of course, Jinwoo comes out top, gets the kill, but for some reason, he can't recruit Barca to his army. Is the system trying to override him? Is he too OP? I'm not sure, but this is peak anime, and Jinwoo's song is definitely showing his true colors. Definitely the best episode to date. This is going to be a hell of a series. I'm loving season 2 so far. Tell me if you've seen it down below, and tell me what you think about Jinwoo, Ygritte, Barca, and the writing of this beautiful manhwa. I'll see you all in the next one.